Hello, beloved ones. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is my joy to be here with you right now, whenever you're watching this. Today I want to talk about sharing yourself with the world. Now, I know that many of you struggle with the desire to share something that's inside of you, but the fear that it won't be received well, or you will be judged harshly, possibly rejected for what you want to share. So today I want to give a little insight into that whole mishmash that goes on inside of each one of you at least some point in your life. So when you come to this life, when you choose the body, the family, the environment, the community that you choose, it all has a very powerful purpose. So each individual person comes with the freedom of choice, right? Free will. Now, some things can feel very preordained, that it was inescapable, and these are things that you set up ahead of time, that you absolutely needed to take place. So, in a sense, you still had your free will, but you were simply exercising it before you came to the body in this life. But you come to this life with things inside of you that are prominent or very important to you. These are the things that matter the most. They are what you are drawn to again and again, what you tend to love about life, what you admire, what you wish you could be a part of from a very young age. And I'm not necessarily talking about a particular profession or a vocation, a way to earn money. I'm talking about the larger issues that guide you, that seem to draw you over and over again. And it's vital in any lifetime to really take the time to understand what matters to you. Is it making love the guiding principle of your life? Is it finding a place of balance and peace within you? Is it vibrant emotional health? Is it a strong physical health? Is it helping others? Is it helping children or the elderly? Is it education? Is it the environment? Is it nature? Is it animals? What are you drawn to over and over again? Even it can be just people, that somehow you're always so drawn to be involved with people. And I don't necessarily mean the relationships that tend to be very common for human beings, but there's something about people that you are just drawn to. You're fascinated by them. Of course, you being one of them, but just being a part of humanity. Maybe it is figuring things out, how they work, why they work, when they don't work, right? Maybe it is the creation of beautiful objects, art, whatever it is. whatever it is, these are things that tend to have the highest importance to you. For some people, it is their children. Now, people have a erroneous belief that all parents should believe that their children are the most important thing. But you can still be a fantastic, amazing parent without being so involved in your children's lives, or feeling that your children and then subsequently your grandchildren are just the absolute #1 focus of your whole life. Some people are like that, some people are not. And either way, you can raise fantastic, amazing children and have a wonderful relationship with them. But your children may only be a part of the whole. Whereas for some people, it is just what draws them over and over again. It is their deepest interest. It is what matters the most, bar none. So everyone is different, and there is no right or wrong. This is what generates such extraordinary variety in your world. It is what creates that depth and richness to what it means to be human. So as you start to dive into what really matters to you, it's generally only a few things, right? Maybe it's an overall theme like beauty. And within that theme, there's just a few things within beauty that you just can't seem to get enough of. So when you discover what really matters to you, and please try not to be judgmental. What matters to you doesn't have to have such a lofty spiritual title that everyone, oh yes, of course, that does matter. No. Allow what matters to you to matter, right? Because again, when you know what matters to you, then you can start to engage in it on a very regular and consistent basis. And when you do that, you can bring such joy and wonder and variety of expression to the world. Don't decide what's spiritual and what isn't. Let's just broaden that and allow for it all to be spiritual, right? One expression of spirit at a time. When you are engaged in what matters to you, all of a sudden something starts to happen. You get lit up, you get excited, you are wanting to go deeper into that engagement. And what starts to flow out of you is your soul gifts. Those things that are you are either born with or you develop along the way that you just love doing. Sometimes you're really great at them, sometimes you're not so good, but you love it anyway, and that's what comes through. So when you're engaged, when you're involved actively with what matters to you, your soul gifts are flowing, they are an active part of the whole process, and then the deep magic begins. Because you just have to share it. It's so fantastic what you're doing, what you're feeling. You just have to share it. It's almost as if you can't possibly keep it all inside, or keep it all a secret, or keep it all to yourself. You just want to share. And what you're really sharing is yourself. You are sharing yourself with the world. You are stepping forward, and in a sense you're saying, this is what matters to me. This is what lights me up. When I'm doing these things, I feel passionate. Whether that passionate is quiet and subtle, or whether it ends up being loud and big colors, right? But what matters is that you are sharing yourself with the world. Now, to you, the world can just be a few people, or it can be a lot of people. But when you share yourself with the world, not because you're forced to, not because you think you ought to, or because I'm suggesting that you do, but it comes from inside of you. And when you share with the world, this is when you feel communion. This is when you feel connected. And the true gold in life lies through your connections. It's not who you know, it's who you share with, whom you share your life with. 1, 10, 20, 10,000, a million people, that does not matter. But when you are fully engaged, when you are excited to share what matters to you, then you are connected. And there is deep power in that connection, beloved ones. It's when everyone gets excited. Your excitement becomes contagious. And then you're connecting to other people who are focused on what matters to them. And sometimes you find that there could be collaboration. What matters to them and what matters to you somehow starts to work together to create a whole new wonderful thing. You have inside of you all that you need to share with the world your most beautiful, heartfelt self-expression. You may not know exactly what that is right at this moment, but don't worry about that. Start focusing on what matters to you and ask yourself, what can I do a little bit, just a little bit each day to engage with what matters to me? Not for any particular outcome, but so that you have this outlet, so that you feel connected. You feel engaged. You feel excited. It's not to impress anyone else. It's not to get approval from anyone else, or even to gain love from anyone else. But it's so you can feel love with yourself, so that your soul gifts are flowing, so that you are engaged with what matters to you. And every time you do that, you matter to yourself a little bit more. And when that happens, you are free. You are free to create. And you stop waiting on the approval of others before you create. You stop waiting on guarantees about how it's all going to end and turn out before you begin. Because that's not why you're doing it. You're doing it because what matters to you wants to come forth. It wants to be shared. It wants to engage. Let it out, beloved ones. And keep telling yourself each day that what matters to you matters. I invite each and every one of you to share yourself with the world, so that your life can be happier and all the lives that you touch can be happier as well. I love you, and I'm right there with you, offering my grace, my wisdom, and my support, helping you bring it all up and out into the world. I believe in you. Namaste. Hi, it's Danielle, creator and founder of Beloved Publications, your home of Mother Mary's teachings as they're channeled through me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. If you're interested in more of Mother's teachings, please visit our website, www.belovedpublications.com. And there you'll find lots of great ways of connecting with Mother. And if you want to join our community, you get an awesome free mini course on preparing for and connecting with your spirit guides. You will love it. So I hope to see you there soon. Thanks so much.